At 80, Mr. Walter still takes a morning walk every day. He tends to the small garden behind his house and even plays light basketball with his grandson. Meanwhile, Mrs. Linda, who is only 62, already needs her children to drive her to the market. Her knees are weak, her vision is blurry, and her sleep is restless. Two people, two different ages, but aging at very different speeds. What makes the difference? Aging is not simply about time passing. It is a journey shaped by the habits we live by each day. From something as simple as how we eat breakfast to whether we stay active or not. And more importantly, living longer does not always mean living well. What truly matters is being able to stay independent, clear-minded, and enjoy life fully after the age of 60. In recent years, the science of aging has made great strides. Studies from Harvard University, the National Institute on Aging, and other respected health organizations have revealed a powerful truth. There are specific habits that, if practiced consistently, can help us stay energized, prevent illness, and even slow down the aging process in both body and mind. This article will walk you through 6 golden habits. Each one is backed by science and real-life stories. They are simple to apply and designed to help you not only live longer, but live healthier, happier, and with more meaning after 60. Each habit comes with practical guidance so you can begin today. Think of this as your personal guide to healthy aging. A way to take back control of your body no matter what age you are now. Habit 1, daily walking, the steps of youth. If there were a kind of tonic that was free, required no prescription, and could extend your life, lower disease risk, lift your mood, and keep your mind sharp, it would be walking. All it takes is a comfortable pair of shoes and a small dose of commitment, and you can begin a journey to restore your health. Walking is not a fancy or expensive form of exercise. It is the most natural movement for the human body. Yet it is often the first to be forgotten after age 60, when your knees start to creak, and your breath gets shorter after climbing a few stairs. It's easy to avoid movement, but that is exactly when your body needs it most, not to stay still, but to get up and move. According to a study from Harvard Medical School, walking at least 30 minutes a day can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 40%. Heart disease is the leading cause of death among older adults, but the benefits go far beyond the heart. Walking improves circulation, stabilizes blood pressure, increases oxygen to the brain, and slows down the aging of your cells. And here's a surprising fact: walking actually helps you think better. A study from Stanford University found that people who walk regularly have up to 60% higher creative thinking ability compared to those who remain seated. Walking is not just heart care, it is brain therapy. The story of Raymond, a 73-year-old man from Oregon, is a powerful example. He once had to hold onto the handrail every time he climbed stairs. Going to the grocery store felt frightening because of his fear of falling. But then he made a choice to change. He started by walking slowly around his backyard just 5 minutes a day. After a month, he was walking for 10 minutes, then 20. Today, Raymond walks 2 miles a day along the riverbank near his home. He says, "I'm not just walking, I'm walking back into my youth." If you've never exercised or it's been a long time, begin gently. No special equipment is needed. No gym required. All you need is a good pair of shoes and a peaceful space, a garden, a hallway, or a nearby park. Start with 5 to 10 minutes a day and increase at your own pace. A great time is after dinner when the air is cooler and your body is ready to digest. Or invite your spouse, a neighbor, or grandchild to join you. Walk and talk. Enjoy the extra connection. Regular walking also works wonders for your joints and bones. Experts from the National Institute on Aging recommend that people over 60 walk at least 150 minutes a week. It improves flexibility, lowers the risk of osteoporosis, and helps maintain leg strength, which is the key to independence in later life. If you're not sure where to start, try a small challenge. Commit to walking at least 5 minutes a day for 1 week. Write down how your body feels before and after each walk. You'll see that just a few steps each day can open a new path, a path toward agility, lightness, and freedom. Age may bring gray hair and wrinkles, but if you can still walk, then the flame of youth still burns within you. Habit 2. Healthy eating, nourishing the body from within. After age 60, the body no longer forgives dietary mistakes the way it did in youth. A dinner that's too salty can leave you awake all night feeling bloated and thirsty. Skipping breakfast may lead to dizziness, shaky hands, or an irritable mood. And sadly, many people only change their diet when a doctor warns them, not when their body first starts sending signals. Nutrition is the foundation of health, especially after 60. At this stage, the body needs more support to fight inflammation, repair damaged cells, and maintain an immune system that's gradually weakening over time. A diet that lacks essential nutrients will cause the body to wear down from the inside, even if everything looks fine on the outside. Experts from the Harvard School of Nutrition have shown that eating plenty of leafy greens, healthy fats, whole grains, and lean proteins can significantly lower the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, processed foods, like sausages, chips, sodas, and pastries, are silent enemies. They cause chronic inflammation and weaken muscles, joints, blood vessels, in the brain. Evelyn's story is a perfect example. She is 68 and lives in Florida. She used to eat frozen meals often, sugary cereals for breakfast, and drank soda to stay alert. The result was high cholesterol, weight gain, and worsening memory. After a concerning health check, Evelyn decided to make a change. She switched to a Mediterranean-style diet, full of vegetables, fatty fish, olive oil, and nuts. She began cooking simple meals at home, added greens to every plate, and drank more water. After 6 months, she lost 15 pounds. Her lab results improved dramatically. Most importantly, she felt clearer in her thinking and started sleeping more deeply. If you're unsure where to begin, try making small changes. Start by focusing on whole natural foods. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, and broccoli. Fresh fruits like apples and blueberries. Fatty fish like salmon and sardines. And whole grains like oats and brown rice. These foods are rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber, all of which help protect your brain, heart, bones, and digestive system. The Mediterranean diet, supported by many scientific studies, may reduce the risk of cognitive decline in older adults by up to 30%, according to the journal Neurology. And it's not complicated. Just swap out animal fats for olive oil. Replace white bread with oats. Add more vegetables to your main meals. And cut back on refined sugar. Do not forget about water, a vital part of good health that's often overlooked. As we age, our sense of thirst decreases, but our need for water remains high. Not drinking enough can leave you tired, stiff in the joints, with dull skin and confusion that's sometimes mistaken for aging. Build the habit of drinking water regularly. You can add slices of lemon, cucumber, or a few mint leaves to make it more enjoyable. There's no need to overhaul your entire fridge in one day. Just replace one processed item each day with a fresh vegetable or fruit. Over time, your body will begin to adjust naturally to healthier choices. You'll start to feel lighter after meals. Your skin will glow more and your mind will feel clearer. Eating is something we do every day. If you treat each meal as a chance to help your body heal, then after a year, you'll have a completely different body. One that's stronger, more flexible, and full of energy from within. Habit 3, keep the mind sharp, protecting memory and alertness. Aging may bring gray hair and wrinkles, but if the mind stays sharp, we can still remain in control of our lives. On the other hand, when we begin forgetting loved ones' names, feeling lost in the grocery store, or misplacing our keys, many people start to feel anxious, lose confidence, and withdraw into silence. The good news is, this memory loss is not an unavoidable part of aging. More and more research shows that the brain, just like a muscle, can be trained to stay alert, and even improve its function when stimulated the right way. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who regularly read books, solved puzzles, or learned new things experienced memory decline 32%, slower than those who did not engage in mental activities. Even more surprising, staying socially active also helps with thinking, memory, and emotional control, especially in people over 65. The story of Martha, a 70-year-old woman living in New Mexico, is a hopeful reminder. After retiring, she began forgetting things, her shopping list, doctor appointments, and even her online banking password. Instead of panicking, she took action. Martha started reading each morning, even just 10 pages. In the afternoon, she played crossword puzzles or Sudoku. But what brought her the most joy was deciding to learn Spanish, a language she had always loved but never studied. 3 months later, Martha not only remembered more clearly, she felt young again because she had a new goal to look forward to each day. To keep your mind sharp, you don't need to attend college or study philosophy. Just 15 minutes a day spent on a mental activity is enough. Reading an article, learning new words, solving a puzzle, or even writing in a journal. These small actions help create new neural pathways, the way the brain stays flexible and improves memory. In addition, social interaction is a powerful kind of brain vitamin. Never underestimate the value of a phone call with a loved one, a chat with a neighbor, or taking part in a community group. These moments help the brain process information, stay mentally agile, and maintain emotional connection, all essential in preventing cognitive decline. If you feel like your memory isn't what it used to be, don't worry. Start with something simple that stimulates your brain. It could be reading a light novel, taking an art class, learning to use a smartphone, or trying to remember a 5-item shopping list without writing it down. All of these are exercises for the brain. Scientists at the University of Exeter and King's College London have shown that just 10 to 20 minutes of mental activity a day is enough to protect the hippocampus, the part of the brain that controls short-term memory from decline. Don't wait until your memory starts to fade before training your brain. Your brain is a silent companion throughout life, and each day you have the chance to nourish that alertness with meaningful actions. Habit 4. Build muscle strength. Strength is independence. Have you noticed that when you were younger, getting up from a chair carrying grocery bags or climbing a few stairs felt completely natural? But after age 60, these simple movements start to feel heavier. That's not just slowing down a little. It's a clear sign of sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle due to aging. Sarcopenia begins quietly after age 40 and progresses more quickly after 60. It leads to weaker muscles, poor balance, and a higher risk of falling. The good news is that this process can be slowed down, or even reversed with a simple antidote: strength training. According to the National Institute on Aging, building muscle does more than keep you strong. It also supports bone health, improves heart function, helps regulate blood sugar, and boosts confidence in daily activities. That's why many experts call muscle strength the foundation of independence in old age. Alan, a 74-year-old man living in North Carolina, used to feel like he was aging day by day. He got tired standing for long periods and couldn't bend down to tie his shoes without losing balance. After nearly falling in the kitchen, Alan made a change. He didn't join a gym or use fancy equipment. Instead, he began with simple exercises at home: wall push-ups, standing up and sitting down from a chair, and light squats holding onto a counter. After a few weeks, his legs felt sturdier, his posture improved, and he could walk around the neighborhood without a cane. Getting started with strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or running marathons. For people over 60, the key is choosing gentle, consistent exercises that match your ability. Here are a few simple suggestions. Wall push-ups. Stand an arm's length from the wall. Place both hands on it and slowly push your body toward the wall and back. Repeat 10 to 15 times. Chair stands: use a chair without armrests. Stand up and sit down, slowly keeping your back straight. Repeat 8 to 10 times. Light squats: stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Lower yourself as if sitting down, using a table or chair, back for balance. Do this 5 to 10 times. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions per week, alternating with walking or rest days. Each session can be short, no more than 15 minutes. Most important is to listen to your body. If you feel unusual pain, stop and adjust the movement. Studies show that seniors who practice strength training regularly can reduce their risk of falling by 30 to 40%. Even more importantly, they maintain their ability to care for themselves, getting dressed, bathing, and carrying household items without help. Strength is not just about muscles. It's a symbol of control and freedom. When you have the strength to stand tall, you can step outside, cook your meals, tend the garden, and even travel without depending on children or caregivers. If you're looking for a place to start, try 5 minutes of bodyweight movement today. You can begin with just a few easy exercises using a sturdy chair or the edge of a kitchen counter. With time, your body will adapt and you'll discover something real: the feeling of becoming stronger every day. Because in the end, nothing is more valuable than the ability to stand steady on your own 2 feet, in both the literal and the deeper sense. Habit 5. Social connection, the medicine for loneliness. At age 70, many people begin to experience inevitable changes. Friends gradually pass away, children grow up and move on, and the pace of social life quietly winds down after retirement. But one thing always remains: the need to connect, to share, and to belong. Loneliness is not simply about living alone. It's when there's no one to call in the morning, no one to tell a small story to at the end of the day. And for older adults, loneliness doesn't just weigh on the heart. It slowly weakens the body too. According to a study published in Perspectives on Psychological Science, feeling socially isolated can increase the risk of early death by up to 26%, the same as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It impacts sleep quality, weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure, and even speeds up cognitive decline. Thankfully, the answer isn't far away. It's connection, a simple act with the power to revive both mind and body. Carolyn, age 76, lives in Pennsylvania. She struggled with chronic insomnia and high blood pressure. After her husband passed away, she retreated into her old house, speaking less and rarely going outside. One day, her daughter invited her to join a book club at the local library. At first, Carolyn only listened, But after a few meetings, she began to share her thoughts, tell her stories, and slowly build new friendships. 6 months later, she was sleeping well, her blood pressure stabilized, and most importantly, she had a reason to get out of bed each morning. Social connection doesn't have to be loud or large. Even just a few meaningful relationships, a close friend, a small group with shared interests, or a neighbor who listens can make a powerful difference in emotional well-being. You can begin with the smallest steps. Send a message to check in on an old friend. Call a sibling or one of your grandchildren. Invite a neighbor for a short afternoon walk. Join a yoga class, a book club, a gardening group, or a local volunteer activity. If you use social media, let it help you stay connected. But don't let it replace real conversations. A handshake, a hug, a shared glance. Those bring warmth and healing no screen can offer. Mayo Clinic has found that people with positive social connections are less likely to experience depression, anxiety, and memory loss compared to those who live in isolation. They also tend to recover faster from health setbacks, such as surgeries, injuries, or emotional loss. Connection doesn't just make aging less lonely. It helps us feel alive, needed, and valuable. When you listen to someone, you give them worth. When someone listens to you, you're reminded that you still matter. Start today. Pick a friend, a family member, or even an old acquaintance and send a simple message. That small gesture could be the beginning of many warm, joy-filled days to come, not just for you, but for someone else as well. Because in the end, what keeps us living long and living well is not only a strong heart or a sharp mind, but a heart that has someone to love and a life that still has someone to share it with. Habit 6, deep sleep, the body's repair shop. If each day is a journey, then sleep is the place where the body returns to recover, rebuild, and prepare for a new beginning. But as we grow older, many of us begin to lose our healthy relationship with sleep. What once came as effortlessly as breathing now becomes something we long for, sometimes even a luxury. Sleep is more than just rest. It's the time when the brain cleans house, removing toxins, organizing memories, and balancing emotions. At the same time, the body releases hormones that repair cells, rebuild muscle, soothe the immune system, and regulate blood pressure. In other words, during deep sleep, your body is repairing itself, like a workshop taking care of every part from the inside out. The problem is that as we age, deep sleep becomes harder to reach. Many older adults say, "I'm old now. Sleeping less is normal." But experts from the American Academy of Sleep Medicine say the sleep needs of a 70-year-old aren't much different from a 30-year-old, around 7 to 8 hours per night. What changes is not the body's need for sleep, but how it manages the sleep cycle. Michael, age 67, used to get frustrated with himself for waking up at 3 a.m. every night. He assumed it was part of aging and tried to accept it. Until his health declined, his mood worsened, and he couldn't concentrate. After learning more, he started adjusting his routine, going to bed at the same time every night, turning off all screens at least an hour before bed, and switching afternoon coffee for herbal tea. He also began reading paper books instead of using his phone at bedtime. Within a few weeks, Michael was sleeping more deeply, waking up on time, and feeling like he had the energy of his 50s again. To enjoy quality sleep, the first step is to respect your body's natural rhythm. Try to keep your bedtime and wake-up time consistent, even on weekends. This helps your internal clock know when to rest and when to be alert. Next, create an ideal sleep environment. Darkness. Dim lighting helps your body produce melatonin, the hormone that signals sleepiness. Cool air. A room temperature around 65 to 68 degrees helps the body drift into deep sleep. Quiet, soft background sounds, or a white noise machine can help your body relax. Avoid screens for at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light from phones, TVs, and tablets tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime, which delays melatonin production. Instead of scrolling through news or watching intense programs, try reading a book, writing in a journal, or listening to calming music. When it comes to food and drink, limit caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals in the evening. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 8 hours, disrupting your sleep cycle. And while alcohol might make you sleepy at first, it reduces sleep quality later in the night if your mind races with worry before bed. Try light meditation or write down the things on your mind. Think of it as clearing your thoughts before closing your eyes. Research from Harvard Health shows that improving sleep quality can reduce inflammation, enhance memory, boost recovery from illness, and improve mood. Especially in adults over 60, try turning off your screens an hour before bed tonight and choose a book or some gentle music instead. Notice how you feel the next morning when sleep returns to its true purpose as the body's magical repair shop. You'll begin to feel the difference in both your body and your mind. Because sometimes to feel young again, all you really need to do is close your eyes and let sleep do the rest. Conclusion. Age may arrive gently, but aging itself is not always so kind. And yet the beautiful truth is this: our bodies and minds still carry an incredible ability to heal and recover. When cared for in the right way, the 6 golden habits you've just read about don't require anything too grand. They don't ask for a lot of money, perfect health, or endless time. All they need is one small decision each day. Just step outside, even if it's just a 5-minute walk. Just add a little more leafy greens and fresh fruit to your meal. Just take a few minutes to read a page from a book, call an old friend, or push yourself up from that familiar chair. Just turn off your screen an hour before bed and listen to your own breath. Each of these small actions, when done long enough, will slowly build a better version of yourself. Healthier, more confident, and full of life. Aging isn't just about passing through time. Aging is about how we choose to live each day with awareness, with intention. And you can absolutely choose a different path. A path where growing older doesn't mean losing, but gaining peace, strength, and joy. If you found this message helpful, please share it with someone you care about. Sometimes a gentle reminder is all it takes to change someone's health journey. And if you'd like to continue receiving these gentle lessons, heartfelt insights, and practical wellness tips for life after 60, we invite you to click subscribe, tap like, and leave us a comment below at the Light of Wise Elders channel. We are always here walking this path of aging with you, actively, boldly, and with dignity. Age may change your appearance, but it is your daily habits that truly shape how you grow old.